Good day, class. Welcome to Health 9, lesson number 2, Survey of the Scene and the Victims. Here are the objectives of today's lesson. At the end of the lesson, the learners should be able to A. Demonstrate properly the procedures in assessing emergency situations, and B. Demonstrate properly the procedures in doing primary and secondary survey of victims. Before we start the lesson, let us proceed to pretest. True or false? Write true if the statement is correct, and write false if the statement is not correct. Let's begin. Number 1. It is being important to monitor temperature in the case of stroke and high fever. And the correct answer is true. Number 2. Use your thumb. It has its own pulse. And the correct answer is false. Number 3. Locate pulse using your middle and ring finger. Pulse indicates blood circulation, which is essential for heart and brain to function. And the correct answer is false. Number 4. Secondary survey of the victim is used when the victim is unconscious and to find out and immediately treat life-threatening conditions. The correct answer is false. Number 5. Secondary survey is used when the victim is conscious or has revived. It aims to detect everything about the patient's condition. The correct answer is true. For the recap, enumeration. You have 2 minutes to do it. Your timer starts now.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
Time's up. Let's check your work. Refer to these answers to check your work.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Now, let's start our lesson about Survey of the Sea. Sample pain stands for S. Symptoms. The chief complaint of the patient. A. For allergy. Find out if the victim is allergic to anything. M. For medication. What are the medicines she or he is currently taking? And P. For previous illness that may be related to the problem. L. For last meal. Only for those subject for operation. E. For events prior to what happened. P. For period of pain, how long, what started it. A. Or area, where is the pain coming from. I. For intensity. And N. Nullify, what stop it. Checking for vital signs. For pulse rate, steps in checking the pulse. Use your fingertips in getting the pulse. Follow the following procedure. Number 1. Place the fingertip over an artery where it either crosses a bone or lies close to the skin. Number 2. Feel the pulsation as the pressure wave of blood causes the vessel wall to expand. That is the pulse. The pulse rate may be taken in different points in the body like brachial, carotid, wrist, temporal, subclavian, axillary, and femoral. No in getting pulse rate. Never use your thumb. It has its own pulse. Do not palpate both the carotid arteries at the same time. Do not take the pulse when the victim is in sitting position. Pulsations disappear as the victim is elevated to a sitting position. Never put too much pressure or massage the carotid. You may disturb the heart's electrical conduction system. For your reference, this is the normal pulse rate. Letter B. Temperature. Guidelines in checking temperature. It is being important to monitor temperature in the case of stroke and high fever. Body temperature is measured by using a thermometer within the following: rectum or rectal, oral or mouth, and axillary or armpit. C. Respiration. Guidelines in checking respiration. Count the number of breaths per minute. A whistle sound or wheeze and difficulty in breathing may mean an asthma attack. A gargling or snoring noise and difficulty in breathing may mean that the tongue, mucus, or something else is stuck in the throat and does not let enough air to get through. Letter D. Skin color. Guidelines in checking skin color. Skin color reflects the circulation of blood and the saturation of oxygen in the blood. The presence of mucus around the mouth, inner eyelids, and nail beds is a sign of poor blood circulation. A healthy skin that warm and pink because blood flows normally in the blood vessels. For head to toe examination, number 1, head and neck. Are there any lacerations or contusions in the area? Is there a presence of blood in the victim's hair? If yes, immediately find out where it is coming from. Is there any fluid in the victim's nose and ears? If so, the victim has a skull fracture. Number 2, eyes. Pay close attention to the pupils. Refer to this table. Number 3, chest. Check for cuts, bruises, penetrations, and other impairments. If the victim feels pain while you apply pressure onto his or her chest, there could be a rib fracture. Number 4, abdomen. Does the victim's abdomen hurt? Where is the pain coming from? Is he or her abdomen tender? Did you feel any lumps? If yes, get immediate medical assistance. Number 5, back. Is there movement in the victim's lower extremities? Is there sensation in these parts? If the answer is yes, do not move the victim. Immobilize him or her. Top 10 things to do in case of emergency. Number 1, shout for help. Number 2, survey the scene and assess the situation. Number 3, determine if the accident warrants a visit to the nearest hospital or if simple cleansing and band-aid will do. Number 4, if you are certified in CPR and a victim needs it, begin CPR right away. Number 5, stop the bleeding if there is any. Number 6, treat any symptoms of shock. Number 7, look for the medical alert tag in every victim. Number 8, seek trained medical assistance. Number 9, never give anything by mouth to an unconscious victim. And number 10, wait for medical professionals to arrive. Always look for a medical alert tag in every victim. Okay class, let's check your understanding. Let's do these activities. For activity number 1, easy essay. Apply the proper procedure to the given situation.
Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Refer to these answers to check your work. I hope you learned something from today's lessons. Thank you and see you next time. God bless.